What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you having a great day so far. Today's episode, I guess, concludes the Nurses Ball, a 4-day event, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I really did. I've seen some complaints online, people talking about, the Nurses Ball was long and drawn out. I enjoyed it. All 4 days, I enjoyed it. I was a little disappointed with the drama factor of it. Because, at the Nurses Ball, I'm always expecting some secrets to come out and some revelations to be made. When it comes to revelations, I was a little disappointed today because today would have been a perfect day to have the big reveal that Wiley really passed away that night, and the baby that Brad and Lucas currently have is baby Jonah. Michael and Nell's son. That's what I was hoping for the truth to come out. I was really hoping for that to come out because you know me, I'm so sick of baby switches. But let me tell you something about Shiloh. Shiloh proved today that he's a typical coward. He's a typical cowardice abuser. The way that he was grabbing Willow and screaming in her face about her keeping their kid away from him and running off with their child. Like, the way he was grabbing on her and stuff, I'm glad Michael showed up when he did. But it proved Shiloh's nothing but a coward. Because look at his actions, look at his demeanor. When he was alone with Willow, you saw the devil come out of him. Usually he got that smirk on his face, that arrogance. Today, you saw the Grim Reaper come out in him. And the way he was yelling in her face, grabbing her arms. But notice how when Michael grabbed him and threw him to the ground, what did Shiloh do? Shiloh got up, put back on that little arrogant, cocky smirk, talking about, I'm not going nowhere, and then he proceeds to walk away. You see how that's a typical abuser. That's what abusive men do. They feel like they got power and they're big when they're putting their hands on a woman or being verbally abusive or manipulative with a woman. They feel some type of power. But when another man steps to them, they walk away. They ain't got nothing to say. That's a cowardice move. He proved to be a coward. I figured he was. He could get all big and bold and abusive when it come to women, but when another man stepped to him, he walks away, tuck tail, and run. That's exactly what he did. I say, yep, that's a coward. That's a coward. I was hoping Willow would have smacked him, but Willow's not strong enough to handle him. So I'm glad somebody stepped in, and I'm glad Michael did when he did, And of course, when they went back into the ballroom and Shiloh was all agitated and stuff, talking about how somebody betrayed him, how he found out that he, was a father and the mother kept the child away from him. The whole time, Lucas was putting two and two together. And he figured out Willow and Shiloh are Wiley's biological parents. He put it together. I'm happy that he figuring stuff out, but I really wish that he would have figured out the bigger story here. I really wish that the truth about Michael's son would have came out. That's what I was hoping for this year at the ball. I was pushing for it, but I guess we got to deal with this storyline a little longer. Boo. So anyway, Nina, of course, getting on my nerves again. Sitting there whining about Willow. Talking about, your friend has a mouth on her. She should have just minded her own business. Excuse me? No, Nina, you should have minded your own business. You were the one eavesdropping on her phone call about her child. You should have minded your business. Like, her and Valentine was just, two peas and one nutty pie. I'm telling you, they're crazy. Like, he's sitting there talking about, Miss Tate deserved to be fired. Don't let Miss Tate ruin our night. Nina's ruining her own night. Willow's not thinking about her. Like, seriously, Nina is so intolerable. Like, she's annoying. And when Sasha was talking about next year, she hopes she make the cut next year or whatever, and she could perform with Nina at the ball next year. And Nina sitting there talking about, it would be good to perform with my daughter Sasha. It'd be good to perform with you. I'm like, will you please? We get it. That's your daughter. We get it. You ain't got to keep saying it. Do you see Carly saying Jocelyn's her daughter every 5 seconds? We know who Kid is who, or allegedly. Like, we know. You ain't got to keep throwing it out there. That performance though that Ned and Olivia did, I was here for. I love that performance. It was a cute performance. I even loved the Valentine performance. I thought that was nice. I totally understand Jocelyn and why she didn't want to perform and stuff. You know, it was hard for her to do that song. You know, she was expecting to do that song with Oscar, and it was tough. So I'm glad, you know, Jax and Sonny talked to her and they got through to her and she was able to do the song. I even love when she was performing the song and they had like the ghost of Oscar in the back at the door with his tuxedo on and stuff. That was a nice moment. It was a nice touch. I thoroughly enjoyed all the performances. Chase and Valerie are running around basically trying to alert people and get stuff together, you know, because they now have confirmation that Ryan is alive. So now they're trying to alert people, you know, without setting off a panic. And they got more officers at the hotel. They're trying to get protection for Ava and stuff like that. But before I even get on all of that, Sam is like getting on my nerves also. So this initiation, I guess, is going to happen. Apparently, it looks like it will happen at the DOD house, which I'm kind of surprised about. Because I could have sworn Shiloh was actually a lot smarter than this. Like, he comes off so arrogant. You would think, and so far, he's been one step ahead of everybody. But I'm like, you can't see the con that she's running on you? I'm like, that's a little stupid, but okay. If you want to be dumb. He talking about something, oh, I'm in for a fight, or a fight is coming my way. You better believe a fight is coming your way. You got a lot of enemies, bruh. From Sonny, Jason, a lot of enemies. Michael, like, you got enemies coming at you from all angles. So trust, you do have a fight. But he's sitting there talking about he gonna try to find out where his child is. How you think you gonna find the child? How you gonna find out? What you gonna do, go through the courts? That's the only way. How else you gonna figure it out? Willow not gonna tell you nothing. She tried to lie to him and tell him the same thing she told Harmony, that she had a miscarriage, but he wasn't gonna believe it. He wasn't believing it. See, Harmony, she gullible enough to believe that. But when she said it to Harmony, though, she was a little bit more convincing at that point. See, that's why she should have automatically said that to Shiloh when he confronted her about it. Instead, she tried to brush him off and stuff like that. Talking about Nina's crazy and try to deny it. See, that's why you should have never tried to deny it before. You should have just told him flat out that you had a miscarriage. Maybe he would have believed it. But you tried to brush him off at first, so that's probably why he didn't believe you. Lucy and Scott, I'm like, yeah, they still was getting on my nerves. Like, Lucy was trying to throw so much shade at Ava and stuff like that about this whole Kevin nonsense. I'm like, Lucy, calm down. Even, like, you're not going to get Kevin back anytime soon. So you need to chillax. Go find you somebody new. So, Ava, I'm going to get on Ava in a second, though. But I got to talk about this real quick. So Scott was back there in the backstage. He done bumped into Kevin, so he thought, but it was really Ryan. He had his hand on Ryan's hand, and he pulled off the fake hand. Now, he was standing there all shot, so Ryan picked up that little thing and knocked him over the head with it. I'm like, Scott, you had ample time to block that, move, punch him in the face. You had ample time to do all that, and you just stood there all shocked. I'm like, Scott, come on now. You can't be that shocked that he's back from the dead. I mean, come on. So anyway, it was so funny though when Epiphany found him. Bruh, when Epiphany found Scott, she was like, you been drinking? He said, no, I ain't been drinking. You been drinking. She said, it's time to get you home. That whole scene was hilarious because Epiphany was not believing that he wasn't drunk. She thought he was just, drinking too much. But when she brought him out, he finally told everybody that Ryan was the one that hit him over the head because now they all looking for Ava and stuff like that because he got to get her some police protection. So he told, said that he was going to send some officers to the penthouse. When Lucy was, trying to say goodnight to everybody and trying to get the Metro Court, the ballroom back to the way it was and stuff. Kevin was rigged up on the thing. I was like, oh, he hung Kevin up damn near by the Raptors. I was like, wow. He had Kevin all strung up and stuff. I was like, wow. Ryan is sick, and I like it. Ava, let me tell you something. This is the Ava that I love. I love this Ava Jerome. Listen, Ava, I didn't even know she had a secluded place. Like, she got some little, I think it's like a little getaway, but it's in like a real secluded area or whatever. I like it. I like that set. I really did. I enjoy that set. Was beautiful. She came up in there dressed in black little leather coat on. She had her little silver briefcase. We all know what was in that briefcase. She got a gun in that briefcase. She come up in there, pouring herself a drink, getting herself ready. I was feeling it. I was like, see, this is the Ava that I love. I love this Ava because she was bad. Ava was like, look, I'm ready. She was like, she was ready for Ryan. And Ryan was creeping right outside the window too. I was like, see, I love this. Ava, I love it because she's not a punk. Ava's a very strong woman. You know what I mean? Like, she don't need no police protection. Chasing them, kept calling her. She kept putting her phone on silent and stuff. Ava ain't no punk. She could take care of herself. That's what I love about her. She was locked, loaded, and ready to go. I can't wait for that confrontation tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Ryan don't even know what's ready for him. He's sitting there with his little knife and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, well, that knife ain't going to stop a bullet, bro. I'm going to tell you that right now because Ava going to get him. And I can't wait. That's exactly why Ava didn't go back to her penthouse, because she wanted somewhere secluded, somewhere nobody could interrupt. Because she don't want the cops to take him in. She want to kill him herself and make sure this time he really is dead. I'm not mad at Ava. I'm definitely not. Ava got to do what she got to do. I was happy when I saw that. I was like, okay, Ava. All right. This is the Ava that I love. You know, strong. Don't take no prisoners. I kind of, I do feel bad for Lulu though, because Mac and them had to basically tell her what happened with Laura and stuff like that. I don't think they know what to call Laura, because Laura went back to her maiden name and stuff, Weber. But Chase referred to her today as Mayor Spencer. I'm like, so what name is she going by? Weber, Spencer, Collins, which one? Well, Laura's going by Weber. We do know that, but everybody keep calling her all these different names. I'm like, y'all don't know what her last name. I mean, when you've been married so many times and stuff and divorced, it's like, I'll be confused about what to call you too. Do I call you Miss Weber, Mrs. Spencer, Mrs. Collins, Miss Baldwin? What do I call you? What last name are you going by today? Because they change last names and husbands and wives so much. It's like, who are you today? I'm just saying, who's your wife today? Who's your husband this morning? Who's your wife tonight? Like, we don't know what to call you. But anyway, this was a pretty good episode. I definitely thoroughly enjoyed it. Brad, I cannot wait for him to get his. Hopefully Michael beat him down. Hopefully. But anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about today's episode. I will see y'all all later. Peace.